All right, Yankees fans, the regular season is in the books, and now the focus shifts completely to October baseball. What a roller coaster it has been. 162 games filled with drama, injuries, streaks both good and bad, and plenty of questions about whether this team really had what it takes to be among the best in the American League. For a while, the Yankees held down the top spot in the East. It looked like they were going to cruise into the postseason as division champions. But then came some frustrating losses, the scary moment when Aaron Judge went down and the entire fan base held its breath wondering if he would need surgery, and a handful of stretches where the offense completely disappeared. Still, when the dust settled, the Yankees had done enough to book their ticket into the playoffs, even if they had to watch Toronto snatch away the division crown at the last moment. The Blue Jays clinched the East behind a monster performance from Alejandro Kirk against Tampa Bay, a game that shifted everything. That result meant the Yankees, despite finishing on fire, had to settle for the wild card. And make no mistake, this team finished hot. They rattled off 8 wins in a row to close the year, something only done twice before in franchise history. The last time they pulled off a streak like that to end a season was 1979, and before that, 1960. Both years are remembered for different reasons, but neither ended with a championship parade in New York. So while a streak like this does not guarantee anything, it does show that the Yankees are peaking at the right time. The lineup finally clicked, the pitching rotation locked in, and the bullpen showed the kind of resilience needed for postseason baseball. Giancarlo Stanton found his swing again, hammering baseballs with that signature violent power. Aaron Judge reminded everyone why he is considered one of the most feared hitters of this generation, steadying the lineup and producing in big moments. Cody Bellinger, brought in with plenty of questions surrounding his consistency, looked locked in and dangerous. And the rotation down the stretch was as reliable as it has been all year. Max Fried, in his first season wearing pinstripes, put up elite numbers and gave the Yankees a true ace presence. Carlos Rodon bounced back from a rough debut year in New York to become the workhorse they desperately needed, racking up over 200 strikeouts and showing the kind of fire that made him an all-star. Even Luis Gil, despite his limited appearances, showed the poise of a pitcher ready to handle big October innings. Now the stage is set. The opponent? None other than the Boston Red Sox. Nothing in sports quite compares to Yankees versus Red Sox with the season on the line. The rivalry has stretched over a century, filled with heartbreak, revenge, curses broken, and unforgettable October moments. This time, the Red Sox arrive with arguably the best pitcher in the American League this year, Garrett Crochet, the lefty who has struck out hitters at an incredible rate and looks every bit like a Cy Young winner. If the Yankees are going to survive, they will have to find a way to crack him. On the other side, the Yankees will likely counter with Max Fried. Fried's numbers this season were stellar, and although Crochet's edge in the statistics is clear, anything can happen in a one-game showdown. One mistake pitch, one swing from Judge or Stanton, and the balance can tilt in New York's favor. Game 2 will likely see Carlos Rodon take the mound against Brian Bello, Boston's reliable number 2. Statistically, Rodon has the edge, carrying a lower ERA and WHIP while striking out more hitters in nearly 200 innings. Bello is no pushover, though. He has given the Yankees problems before, and his sinker can generate weak contact all day. If this series stretches to a decisive third game, Luis Gil is expected to get the ball for New York while Boston turns to Lucas Giolito. Gil might not have the experience, but he has the trust of the staff. He limits home runs and keeps his composure in high-pressure moments. The Yankees know they cannot afford to hold anything back. Every arm, every swing, every decision counts when the margin for error is razor-thin. At the plate, the Yankees have plenty of firepower, but also some questions. Judge is set in right field. Stanton will be the designated hitter every day. Bellinger controls left, and Trent Grisham patrols center. Behind the plate, Ben Rice has emerged as the go-to catcher thanks to a fantastic finish to the regular season. The infield, though, presents choices. Paul Goldschmidt is likely the primary option at first base, but matchups against lefties could see Rice shift there with Austin Wells catching instead. At second, Jazz Chisholm Jr. is locked in, bringing speed, energy, and flair. Third base belongs mostly to McMahon, but Jose Caballero gives Aaron Boone the flexibility to adjust depending on who is on the mound. And then there is shortstop, the biggest question mark. Anthony Volpe has the tools, the glove, and the range, but Caballero's consistency could make him the safer option. Depth gives the Yankees options, but also forces them into tough calls that could define a series. The numbers against Boston this season have not been pretty. The Yankees hit just above .220 as a team when facing the Red Sox, with an on-base percentage under 300 and an OPS below 700. In short, the Red Sox pitching staff has kept New York quiet more often than not. But playoff baseball does not always follow the script of regular season stats. It only takes one hot series, one clutch swing, one pitcher who refuses to give in. The Yankees know this, and fans know this. That is why belief runs high despite the challenges. Aaron Judge is having an MVP-caliber season, leading the league in batting average while hitting for power at the same time. Stanton is known for locking in during the postseason, hitting some of the biggest home runs in recent playoff history. And Bellinger has been to the top of the mountain before. These are the types of players who can tilt a short series. As for the pitching matchups, there is no hiding. Crochet is elite, but Max Fried can match him pitch for pitch. Rodon has the advantage over Bello, but execution matters more than paper. Luis Gil against Giolito would be a battle of nerves as much as stuff. The Yankees' bullpen, anchored by arms who have gotten the job done down the stretch, must be ready from the very first inning of the very first game. October has no time to wait for someone to settle in. Boone's decisions with the pitching staff will come under heavy scrutiny. When to pull a starter, when to trust a reliever, when to pinch hit, when to shuffle the infield. These are the calls that decide seasons. And make no mistake, this road to the World Series will not be easy. Last year felt like a smoother path, but this year every opponent presents danger. If the Yankees beat Boston, they move on to face Toronto, the team that just denied them the division. After that could be Seattle, Detroit, or Cleveland, each of whom bring their own challenges. Nothing is given. Every round is a fight. But the Yankees are not entering October as underdogs. They are one of the most talented teams in baseball, and their mix of veterans, proven playoff performers, and young energy gives them a legitimate shot at making another run. All right, as we move deeper into the postseason, the stakes could not be higher for the New York Yankees. Every decision, every swing, every pitch has the potential to swing a series one way or the other. The wild-card matchup against the Boston Red Sox is far from just another game. It is the culmination of a season filled with highs and lows, a season that tested the Yankees' resilience in ways both expected and completely unforeseen. Aaron Judge's injury scare, the ups and downs in the bullpen, stretches where the offense seemed dormant, all of it has led to this moment. And yet, if there is one thing that has defined this team throughout the year, it is their ability to respond when the pressure is highest. The 8-game winning streak to end the regular season wasn't just a coincidence. It was a statement, a warning. The Yankees are coming into the playoffs hot, and they are determined to make a deep run. Max Fried, taking the ball for Game 1, will set the tone. Fried has been the Yankees' most consistent starter, the ace they've needed to stabilize the rotation and carry them through the postseason grind. His ability to mix pitches, command the strike zone, and keep hitters off balance is invaluable, especially when facing a potent lineup like Boston's. Garrett Crochet, on the other hand, is no slouch. The Red Sox ace has dominated hitters all season, racking up strikeouts and keeping runs to a minimum. The matchup could not be more compelling. Fried's composure versus Crochet's raw power and strikeout ability will define the opening game. And while numbers might suggest Crochet has the edge, October baseball is rarely decided on paper. Execution in the moment, timely hitting, and defensive precision often outweigh season-long statistics. One mistake pitch, one lapse in focus, can change everything. Carlos Rodon stepping in for Game 2 brings a different dynamic. Rodon has proven to be durable, consistent, and capable of handling a high workload, which is exactly what the Yankees will need in a short series. Brian Bello will provide a tough challenge for New York hitters, but Rodon's arsenal and postseason experience give him the tools to succeed. If the series stretches to a decisive Game 3, the battle between Luis Gil and Lucas Giolito will be critical. Gil may not have the same experience as some of the other starters, but his ability to limit hard contact and maintain composure under pressure makes him a reliable option. Giolito, meanwhile, has shown flashes of dominance this year, meaning the outcome could hinge on which pitcher handles the pressure of a winner-take-all scenario best. Every pitch counts, every at-bat matters, and the Yankees know it. Offensively, the Yankees have more than enough firepower to compete with anyone. Aaron Judge has been nothing short of spectacular, combining power and average in a way that few hitters can match. Stanton, with his postseason pedigree, adds a layer of intimidation to the lineup. Cody Bellinger's ability to deliver in clutch moments has already been proven, and Trent Grisham in center field brings both speed and defensive coverage. Ben Rice behind the plate has closed the season strong, providing leadership, consistency, and the ability to guide the pitching staff. The infield, however, will require strategic decisions. Paul Goldschmidt at first is almost a given, but matchups against left-handed pitchers could see Ben Rice move there with Austin Wells catching. Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second provides energy and athleticism, while third base is likely McMahon most days, with Jose Caballero available to give Boone flexibility depending on the opposing pitcher. Shortstop is the most uncertain position, as both Volpe and Caballero have shown the ability to contribute, and Boone will need to decide who provides the best chance to succeed in each game. The Yankees' numbers against Boston this season are not overwhelming. They hit just above .220 with an on-base percentage below .300 and an OPS under .700. Yet, those stats do not tell the full story. Playoff baseball is about more than just averages. It is about who can get hot at the right time, who could deliver in moments where the margin for error is razor thin. Aaron Judge's MVP-caliber season, Stanton's ability to rise in high-pressure situations, and Bellinger's championship experience all contribute to a team that can flip any series in its favor. Even the bullpen, which has had its ups and downs, has shown it can hold leads and keep games within reach, a critical factor in a short series where every inning counts. Defense will also play a pivotal role. The Yankees' outfield, anchored by Judge, Bellinger, and Grisham, provides coverage and the ability to prevent extra bases. The infield has flexibility, but requires smart management to ensure that matchups are optimized and that players are not overexposed in situations where their weaknesses could be exploited. Every substitution, every pinch hit opportunity, and every defensive shift can be the difference between a win and a loss. Boone's job will be to navigate this high-stakes chess match while keeping his players confident and focused. The mental game is equally important. Boston is a team that thrives on intensity and history, and the Yankees know that a full crowd in the Bronx can either energize them or add pressure. The fans will be loud, the atmosphere charged, and every moment amplified. Players will need to maintain focus, trust their preparation, and execute under pressure. This is what makes playoff baseball so exhilarating and unforgiving at the same time. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers are already swirling through the Bronx and beyond. The New York Yankees may have found their next superstar in the unlikeliest of places. Recently signed as the team's new shortstop, WITT Jr. has ignited a buzz that's impossible to ignore in the American League East. Though the season hasn't officially started, insiders suggest the Yankees' infield could be in for a seismic shake-up, with WITT Jr. poised to become the talk of the league. Sources close to the team hint that WITT Jr.'s arrival wasn't just a casual acquisition. Scouts reportedly have been following his trajectory for years, and his meteoric rise through the minor leagues has left veteran players and management alike stunned. Known for his lightning-quick reflexes, uncanny bat control, and a baseball IQ that belies his age, WITT Jr. is being whispered about as a generational talent. Some are even saying he could redefine what it means to anchor a shortstop position in the AL East, a division already packed with heavy hitters and defensive stalwarts. The rumors extend beyond just his on-field prowess. Word is that WITT Jr. has brought a kind of energy to the clubhouse that even the Yankees' storied veterans can't help but notice. Sources suggest late-night practices and endless discussions about strategy and technique have become the norm, with Witt Jr. leading the charge in an almost infectious wave of competitiveness. It's the kind of buzz that sends ripples through a league, and if early whispers are to be believed, opposing managers are already drafting game plans specifically to counter his presence. While nothing has been officially confirmed, the murmurs are consistent. Witt Jr. isn't just filling a spot on the roster. He's shaking up expectations, challenging norms, and possibly hinting at a new era for the Yankees. In the ultra-competitive AL East, where every edge counts, Witt Jr.'s name is suddenly on everyone's lips. Whether these rumors will materialize into historic performances remains to be seen, but one thing is certain. New York may have just stumbled upon a new hero in pinstripes, and the league is paying close attention. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.